Imagine walking into a place where you're meant to belong, where your leadership is undisputed, only to be met with skepticism, not respect. This isn't just a story. It's a silent battle many face, often in plain sight. This is the story of Dr. Matthew, a man whose very presence embodies the pinnacle of achievement. In his early 50s, with a wisdom etched onto his face and a quiet strength in his eyes, Dr. Matthew is the CEO of Truist Financial, one of the nation's most respected banking institutions. He's also a black man and a wheelchair user, aspects of his identity that, in a perfect world, would be irrelevant to his professional standing. Yet, on a seemingly ordinary day, as he arrived for a crucial shareholder meeting, these very aspects became the unfortunate focal point of a profound misunderstanding, an act of discrimination within the very walls of his own company. He was, astonishingly, asked to leave. The initial confusion, then the slow dawning of disbelief, must have been overwhelming. Imagine the quiet dignity with which he must have processed such an affront. A CEO being treated as an outsider by his own staff. It's a testament to his deep professional integrity that he didn't immediately react with anger, but with a profound sense of injustice. We want you to feel that immediate pang of, how could this happen, and a quiet indignation on his behalf. Before we dive into what happened next, take a moment to reflect. Have you ever felt judged based on assumptions, not who you truly are? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The truth is, sometimes the biggest battles are fought not on a grand stage, but in the quiet moments of misunderstanding. Every significant change begins with a single moment, a turning point that exposes what lies beneath the surface. For Dr. Matthew, that moment arrived during what should have been a routine shareholder meeting. The grand lobby of Truist Financial's headquarters buzzed with the usual morning energy. Executives in crisp suits navigated effortlessly through the elegant space, their footsteps echoing the rhythm of a high-stakes world. Dr. Matthew, navigating his power wheelchair with practiced ease, moved towards the main auditorium, his mind already on the strategic decisions awaiting discussion. He was the CEO, the visionary at the helm of this vast financial institution. Yet as he approached the security checkpoint, a young, stern-faced guard, new to his post, held up a hand. "Excuse me, sir. Do you have an appointment?" Dr. Matthew offered a polite, familiar smile. "Yes, I do. I'm Dr. Matthew, here for the shareholder meeting." He expected a nod, a quick recognition, but instead, the guard's gaze lingered on his wheelchair, then flickered to his skin tone before hardening. "I'm afraid I don't see your name on the guest list, sir. And this is a restricted area for shareholders and executives only. Perhaps you're in the wrong building." Another staff member, an administrative assistant with a tightly pulled ponytail, chimed in, "We get all sorts try and sneak in. You need to present proper identification and proof of your credentials." The whispers began, a low hum of curiosity turning into subtle judgment from passers-by who hadn't yet recognized their own CEO. Dr. Matthew felt a prickle of disbelief, followed by a familiar, heavy ache in his chest. It was the sting of being unseen, of being reduced to assumptions based on his race and disability, rather than his formidable intellect and undeniable position. He maintained his composure, his voice calm but firm. "I assure you, I am in the correct building, and I am indeed an executive here. The chief executive officer, in fact." The guard scoffed, exchanging a knowing glance with the assistant. "Look, we appreciate your persistence, but we have strict protocols. I'm going to have to ask you to leave, or I'll call security to escort you out." The humiliation was palpable, a public spectacle unfolding as the very people he led questioned his right to exist within his own domain. Dr. Matthew's initial surprise had morphed into a quiet resolve. This wasn't just about him. It was about every person who had ever been dismissed or doubted because of who they were. He felt the weight of years of subtle slights, now culminating in this blatant act. Yet, instead of anger, there was a profound sense of determination. He had built this institution, fostered its growth, and instilled its values, or so he thought. He would not allow this moment to define him, but rather to define the need for radical change. As you hear Dr. Matthews' experience, consider how easy it is to make assumptions. What can we do to challenge our own biases? The incident at the shareholder meeting wasn't just a personal affront. It was a stark reminder that even in places of power, deep-seated biases can lurk. Imagine, for a moment, being a highly respected CEO, but walking into your own company's meeting and being treated like a complete stranger, an outsider. What thoughts would race through your mind? The truth is, that day, the foundations of Truist Financial were shaken, not by an external force, but by an internal, unseen prejudice. A single action, no matter how isolated it seems, can send ripples through an entire organization, forcing a mirror to be held up to its values. The news of Dr. Matthews' forced removal from his own shareholder meeting spread through Truist Financial like wildfire, not through official channels, but through the shocked whispers of employees. The initial disbelief quickly gave way to a growing outrage among those who knew and respected Dr. Matthew. Meanwhile, the executive team, having been informed of the incident by Dr. Matthew himself immediately after he regained entry with the intervention of a genuinely bewildered board member, launched an internal investigation with unprecedented speed and gravity. The investigation was swift and uncompromising. The security guard and the administrative assistant involved were identified and interrogated. Their justifications, just following protocol, he didn't look like a CEO, crumbled under the weight of Dr. Matthews' undeniable position and the bank's core values. It became clear that their actions were not merely procedural errors, but symptomatic of a deeper, unchecked bias. Within days, the individuals directly involved in the discriminatory act were terminated. This wasn't just about punishment. It was about sending an unequivocal message. Discrimination would not be tolerated at any level within Truist Financial. The weight of responsibility on Dr. Matthews' shoulders was immense. This wasn't just about rectifying a personal slight. It was about ensuring that no other employee, no other customer, no other human being would ever face similar treatment within the institution he led. He felt the pain of betrayal, but also the powerful surge of determination to transform this deeply negative experience into a catalyst for profound, lasting change. The bank's leadership, shaken by the public humiliation and the undeniable moral failing, shared his resolve. There was an initial shock, certainly, but then a unified commitment to rectify the situation, not just superficially, but fundamentally. It was a painful necessity, but a vital step towards true accountability. Have you ever witnessed or experienced a situation where accountability led to meaningful change? Share your story. The fallout from this incident served as a powerful catalyst, propelling Truist Financial into a period of profound introspection and necessary transformation. Studies show that unconscious biases, often rooted in societal norms, can lead to snap judgments. This is why addressing discrimination goes beyond just firing individuals. It requires a deeper, systemic approach that examines the very fabric of an organization's culture. Truist was ready to look inward. True transformation isn't about erasing the past, but learning from it and actively building a future where such incidents become a relic of what was, not what is. From the immediate shock of the incident, Truist Financial embarked on an ambitious journey of systemic reform. Dr. Matthew didn't just oversee these changes, he championed them, turning his personal humiliation into a powerful mandate for universal respect. New policies were swiftly drafted and implemented, reinforcing a zero-tolerance stance on all forms of discrimination, with clear reporting mechanisms and severe consequences for violations. But policies alone are not enough. True change requires a shift in mindset. The bank introduced comprehensive diversity and inclusion training programs, mandatory for every single employee, from the newest teller to the most senior executive. These were mere checkbox exercises. They were immersive workshops designed to foster empathy, challenge unconscious biases, and educate on the nuances of respectful interaction. Employees engaged in difficult but necessary conversations, learning to recognize and dismantle their own preconceived notions. Anonymous reporting systems were established, providing a safe space for employees to voice concerns about discriminatory behavior without fear of reprisal. Furthermore, initiatives to promote understanding and empathy across the organization were launched, including mentorship programs connecting diverse employees and internal forums for open dialogue about inclusion. Dr. Matthews' hope and determination during this period were palpable. He spent countless hours meeting with staff, listening to their perspectives, and sharing his vision for a truly inclusive Truist. He saw the growing sense of optimism within the bank as employees, initially hesitant, began to embrace new understandings and actively participate in creating a more equitable environment. It was a difficult process, unearthing uncomfortable truths, but the collective commitment to progress was inspiring. He felt immense pride in witnessing the transformation, turning what had been a deeply negative experience into a powerful force for good, creating a legacy of inclusivity that went far beyond mere compliance. What steps do you believe organizations should take to create truly inclusive environments? Let's know your ideas. From the ashes of a deeply regrettable incident, a new vision for corporate responsibility and human dignity began to emerge, not just within Truist, but as a beacon for the entire industry. Imagine a vast, intricate garden. Sometimes, weeds of bias can grow unnoticed, stifling the other plants. What Truist did was not just pull the weeds. They replanted the entire garden with diverse, vibrant flora, ensuring every plant had the space to thrive. This story isn't just about a bank. It's about the incredible strength of the human spirit, the quiet power of standing up for what's right, and the profound impact one person's experience can have on many. Dr. Matthews' journey at Truist Financial is far more than a corporate anecdote. It's a powerful testament to resilience, his own, and that of an organization willing to confront its flaws. It's a story of accountability, demonstrating that true leadership involves not just setting policies, but actively upholding them, even when it demands difficult decisions. And crucially, it's a profound illustration of the power of turning adversity into progress. His experience, though painful, became the undeniable catalyst for a profound cultural shift within Truist, proving that genuine change can emerge from the most unlikely and unfortunate circumstances. Today, Truist Financial stands as a different kind of institution. The incident with Dr. Matthew isn't swept under the rug. It's openly discussed as a crucial turning point, a stark lesson learned. His story is now a vital component of their onboarding and leadership training, serving as a powerful case study, not just within Truist, but for business schools and organizations grappling with issues of diversity and inclusion worldwide. It's a source of quiet triumph, illustrating that justice, though sometimes delayed, can lead to systemic, lasting improvement. The goal is a workplace where empathy and respect are not just buzzwords, but the living, breathing cornerstones of every interaction, fostering hope for a more equitable future for everyone. Dr. Matthews' journey reminds us that our voices, our experiences, and our commitment to dignity truly matter. His courage to navigate public humiliation with grace, and his unwavering dedication to transforming a negative into a positive, serves as a beacon. If this story resonated with you, if it sparked a belief that we can build more inclusive spaces by challenging biases and demanding respect for every individual, then share this video. Let's spread this message of hope and positive change far and wide. If you're inspired by stories of overcoming adversity and creating a better world, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. We've got many more stories of resilience, connection, and gentle solutions waiting for you.